Welcome back, everyone, to my channel. So glad to have you guys here with me today. Real quick, before we get any further into the video, let me just go ahead and say, go ahead and throw me a subscribe, okay? Subscribe to the channel. There's bound to be something on here that you'll enjoy, and if there isn't, guess what? Feel free to unsubscribe. I've already lost 2, so no big deal. Anyway, so here in the great state of Kentucky, it's raining, or it had been raining, and now the temperatures are going to get low. We're going to get some snow. So my ass went to Lowe's to get some ice scrapers, in which they did not have. But I didn't leave empty-handed. I bought several goodies that I'm going to show you guys, but I'm going to spread them out for content. Okay, I'm going to focus on one item at a time. And today's item is Duke Cannon Soap on a Rope. Tactical Scrub. So, the first time I saw this, I just immediately assumed that it was a bar of soap until I went to pick it up and it felt like it was completely empty. So, I started looking, U.S. military grade special issue. What does that even mean? Do the U.S. military actually use these things? Probably not. But this thing contains 550 mil-spec paracord. It keeps soap off the ground, is what it says. Coarse mesh protects your hands and feet. Soft mesh for personal hygiene. Okay. So, and there's everything that I just read to you right there. There's all the little, for all your nooks and crannies at the end, at the edge, and then for like the bottom of your feet right there. And, there's your little flap to put your soap in. And then, that's your little rope for the soap. Now, paracord's one of those survival things. It's always like you can get the survival bracelets with the paracord, and you should be able to use it in life or death situations, depending on what you use it for. Tourniquet, maybe. Who knows? But Duke Cannon is known for their kind of manly, masculine, military-style stuff. So it's no surprise that their soap on a rope is kind of military-themed, okay? Or survivalist, kind of. Now, once again, a portion of proceeds benefits U.S. veterans. You can't help but to not appreciate that, even if you're not a fan of their products. You always got to appreciate somebody who is willing to give back. So the military specs include, it says, inspired by soap used by GIs during the Korean War, tested by active duty U.S. military personnel, made in the same plant that supplied Korean War troops. Now, these little specs that Duke Cannon is speaking of on their box, that's what it says for their soap. So I'm not necessarily sure that these are made in the same facility, but if they are, that's also cool, and I don't really care. This U.S. military-grade tactical soap pouch should be standard issue for every shower. To maximize hygiene in tactical situations, this equipment is engineered with a coarse mesh to protect your hands and feet and a softer mesh for personal sanitation. The 550 mil-spec paracord keeps your soap off the ground. Perfect for home, outdoor, field, or prison showers. So you like that? That kind of caught me off guard too. But I wonder if they would even allow you to have this in prison. Right? The paracord part, they would say even though it's big enough to fit around your wrist, they'll probably say you're going to use it to choke somebody to death. Or kill yourself. But, anyway, let's get into the actual product. So I've already used it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, okay? Here it is. It's a little wet from where I used it. I tried to dry it off the best I could. But, you know, there's the little pouch. Velcro's pretty good. I feel like the Velcro tends to kind of wear down after several uses. And I feel like this will last a little bit longer, but I could be wrong. Now, inside there, I don't know if you can read that, but if not, I'll read it to you. Hygiene Tactical Soap Pouch. Individual. U.S. Military Grade Special Issue Duke Cannon Supply Co. Not for clowns. They love saying that. Don't know why everything's got to be tactical, but that's kind of the new thing. And that's also one of the good buzzwords that companies like to use around tactical and military grade and blah, 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 blah. There's their logo. One Duke Cannon product would not be complete without the big D. The paracord is in there relatively well. I mean, if you need to cut it and use it for a little bit of, little kindling, little fire starter, then go ahead. You won't have any problem snipping it. But if you already got a knife, maybe you can find something better useful. Or, more useful. But the paracord rope is stitched in there relatively well. I don't know why you need to pull on it very hard, but I'm just saying, if you have to jerk on it a little bit, I think you should be all right. Now, the coarse mesh that they speak of is only slightly, and I mean ever so slightly, tougher than this orange outer mesh, the quote-unquote softer mesh. It is barely different, but I still enjoyed it. I'd recommend it. And let me tell you why I'd recommend it. This thing cost me, let's see. I'm not going to read that out loud, because now that I look at it, I seem like a dumbass. But how much do you think this soap on a rope cost me?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
$11.
More.
15.
Yes. It cost me $15. I didn't even look at the price. But here's the thing, though. Now I have soap on a rope. It's not actual soap, but it's a pouch you put your soap in, right? So I already bought it. I paid $15 for it, and now I get to reuse it over and over again, right? So if this thing lasts me a long time, I will eventually get my money back. I'll get my money's worth, right? So that's the deal. This thing's $15. 15 whole ass dollars. Man. But I will say this. After the first use, I mean, I really do. I love exfoliating stuff. I love like loofahs and that kind of stuff. Really kind of, gets your skin woken up and you really feel clean. So I love these types of things. But like I said, my main gripe is I feel like there should be maybe a mesh that's actually a little bit tougher than what they claim this one to be. It's not as coarse as they make it sound. Anyway, all in all, pretty good product. I'm going to continue to use it. And hopefully I never have to snip the rope part. I'm probably never going to bring it outside of the house, so I may not have to worry about it. $15. Anyway, if you got it, let me know in the comments below. Do you enjoy it? And if not, have you thought about getting it? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And like I said in the beginning, if you are new here, click subscribe. It is absolutely free. And now I definitely have some cool videos coming up in the future, the near future. So click that red rectangle.